bit of exotic plant species. So exotic plant species are organisms that have been introduced to the area outside of their natural habitat. But oftentimes these exotic species can then become invasive species, meaning that they are so well suited to their new environment that they reproduce and spread readily. Right? So they basically like take over the environment even though it's not where they're originally from. So the invasive species are usually successful because they're free from their natural predators, right? They're not in their normal habitats. And often the predators for the habitat they're now in won't eat them, right? So a lot of these plants are doing really well because the deer won't eat them, whereas the deer will eat all the native species. So we have some examples of these invasive species. The first one is the Japanese silkgrass, which you actually can't see. It hasn't grown back yet this year. But it's an annual grass of Asian origin that was used as packaging material for teacups. And it does really well because it's shade tolerant and you can step on it and it'll still grow fine. So those have advantages. And then we have the Japanese honeysuckle. That one you can see. So you guys see the vine that's kind of climbing up the little branch right over there by the orange flag? So that's the Japanese honeysuckle. And it climbs by twisting its stem around plants, and it can actually choke things off. It's a pretty aggressive plant. But I guess it's pretty to look at. And then we have the multiflora rose, which is also abundant here. Let's see. It was often used as a hedge plant. They produce low-quality fall fruits that are the primary source of winter food for mockingbirds, and they have thorns on them. And then we have the Japanese barberry. You can see that little bush right over there. So the Japanese barberry is another invasive species. It also has thorns, but the thing that's interesting about the Japanese barberry plant is that it actually changes the pH under the soil, so that other plants around it can't grow as well, and then it kind of takes over. So those are all of the invasive species we're going to talk about. It's just worth noting that you can actually still buy a lot of these at nurseries, so something to think about when you're buying plants. Okay, any questions on this station?
Why are they still a problem? Why are they still a problem?
Why are they still a problem? Because they can easily take over other environments, right? So if you're not careful about where you plant them, they could end up like here, right? Because they weren't naturally here. They're exotic invasives. Okay, any other questions?
Yeah, what is the first plant that, where's it? I mean, the one that you could step on and it still grows. Where's it?
It's not, you can't see it right now. It hasn't grown back yet.
Okay, got it.
So wait a little bit later in the year. Okay, so let's keep going.